Okay, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and do a little more, um, a longer example, and we're going to see that we're going to have this expression 3 times the quantity of 5 times of quantity of x minus 2 plus 8. So again, here these notes on the side are going to guide us through. Using our rules, we have to go ahead and work on it on our inside bracket. Work from inside out. Well, we can't combine x minus 2. The x and the minus 2 don't combine. So the next thing we do is multiplication. We use a distribution of the 5 to go ahead and distribute to both. So we get 5 times x, it's 5x. And then 5 times negative 2 is equal to negative 10. So now we go ahead and we have the 3 terms inside the brackets and the 1 still outside. Next thing we know we have to do is we have to work inside the bracket and clean that up. And the only things we can combine here is the minus 10 plus 8. And we know that equals a negative 2 or a minus 2. So now we have a 3 times 5x minus 2. And now we have to use the distributive property to go ahead and remove the bracket inside. 3 times 5x is 15x. 3 times negative 2 is equal to negative 6. And that's how we work on a little more complex examples. So again, when we're evaluating expressions, here's a good little page to keep as good handy notes. Number 1, start with parentheses. Parentheses say me first. They take the most important. I always work with the parentheses on the furthest inside of the term. Number 2, we evaluate the expression of the exponents. Number 3, we do multiplication and division from left to right typically. Number 4, addition and subtraction. So we don't add and subtract until the very, very end. So they come up with a nice little acronym. It's called PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And here's just another little chart that defines PEMDAS. First, perform all operations within grouping symbols, which are brackets and parentheses and absolute value signs. Next, evaluate all exponential expressions, so you shouldn't have any exponents after this point. Next, do all your multiplication and division from left to right, and then do your addition and subtraction left to right. So here's a nice example. We're going to start off with a variable in here, or r to the third minus all this. So we have all this stuff, and r is equal to 3. So we're going to substitute 3 everywhere we see an r, and that's what we do here in this step. Next, we know we have to get rid of everything inside parentheses, and we can simplify 6 minus 3, and that just equals 3. Now we have 3 to the third minus 2 times 3 to the fourth. So the next thing we want to do is evaluate our exponents. So this is 3 to the third, which is equal to 27. Now we have 27 minus 2 times 3 to the fourth. We have got to evaluate the exponents again. So we know that this right here, let me go back, this 4 out here doesn't apply to the 2, it only applies to the 3. So this is just 3 to the fourth. So if we evaluate that out, we get 27 minus 2 times 81. 3 to the fourth is equal to 81. And now we go ahead and multiply the 2 times the parentheses. We'll get 27 minus 162. And our final answer is going to be negative 135 if we do a subtraction. Here's another example. This will be our last example, and then we'll go ahead and do some homework problems. If they want us to simplify something like this, the first thing we look for is parentheses or grouping. There's none. The next thing we look for is exponents. So the first exponent we see is the 3 to the 2 power, 3 squared. And we know that 3 times 3, or 3 squared, is equal to 9. So now we have 6 plus 4 times 9 over 6 minus 2. Now we go ahead and do the multiplication on the top. We get 6 plus 36 over 6 minus 2. Now we do the division. 6 plus 6 minus 2. And now we can go ahead and do the addition and subtraction. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12 minus 2. And it looks like the book might have made a little error here. We'll go ahead and change that. That should be a 6 plus 6 is 12 minus 2, so this should be a 10. So we'll go ahead and change that here. Let's see if it saves it. But that's all it is working step by step using those rules, and you're sure to get the right answer. So good luck, and again, make sure and read the book before you do this because it's going to be real helpful. And don't forget about purplemath.com. It can really help you with order of operations. Good luck.